Yes, I'm here, and thank you very much for inviting me along. Yep, no, it's been great. Well, obviously, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to represent and speak about walking football in Australia, and of course the second International Congress. It is really appreciated. Like many other countries, I suppose, we started our association in 2018. The association that I represent is the Association of Walking Football Australia. Within Australia, though, we do have another association. It's the Walking Football Federation of Australia. One of the problems we've found with Australia is because it is such a large country, it's a continent on its own, it's very hard for the West Coast, which is where I'm from in Perth, to meaningfully join in games and competition with the East Coast. It takes about 5 hours to fly from one side of the country to the other. We're talking between 4,000 and 5,000 kilometers. So it is a large country, so we've had to do things a little bit independently, even though we do represent Australia. Yeah. I originally got into walking football. I was invited down by one of my friends, and I'd never heard of walking football before. It was completely new and alien to myself. Enjoyed it immensely. On my way home, I went and bought my first pair of boots that I'd had for over 40 years. I gave up football a long time ago because of injuries. I have found that just the comradeship that all the players have, I've made so many new friends. It really is amazing. We have our age groups from 40 upwards. Most of the 40s upwards are the ladies that play. In gentlemen, we normally run 3 different age groups: 50 plus, 60 plus, 70 plus. We have such a diverse range of health as well in our players. We have those that are physically absolutely brilliant, which gets a bit annoying out on the pitch. We have people that have had knee reconstructions, hip reconstructions, bad backs. We've got a player with a steel rod in his leg. And myself, I had a stroke in February. But I've come back out of it very well, and I'm playing international football also. The lady that just spoke, Rachel Gomez from Malaysia, invited the Australian team to go to Malaysia only a month ago. So we sent 3 teams. Played a wonderful international competition that we've decided to call the Asia Pacific Walking Football Cup. So our inaugural competition was in Setembro, Malaysia. Next year we are holding it in Perth, Western Australia, and we intend to invite every team that we can, every country from around the Asia Pacific region. So that'll be everywhere from India, Thailand, Vietnam, South Korea, hopefully Japan, New Zealand. We want to get everybody that we can involved with it because it's such a fun sport. You know, as I said, I'm 64 now, and I never thought that I would kick a football again, other than playing with my grandchildren. We do take care of all of our players. We've run CPR clinics. We've done courses on how to use a defibrillator. So, you know, we really do want to look after everyone. During the time of COVID, obviously, we weren't permitted to play. It's not a game that you want to try and play wearing a mask. But since we've come out of the COVID, we have sent teams to, in the last 2 years, to go to Zurich and play at FIFA. That is the Super Masters, but they do have a walking football element there. We've had teams that have joined the Pan-Pacific Games, which is not dedicated walking football. There are a lot of other sports as well, but we've sent over men's, ladies and mixed teams. Our first time that we were there for the mixed teams, our players came away with a gold medal. So we were all very excited about that. But as I say, just the comradeship, the ability to play with like-minded people, to continue in a game that we've all grown up with, from playing from the age of 3 for myself. And yeah, I've been playing football now for over 60 years, and I never thought that I would do that. But yeah, it's just given so many people an opportunity. The mental health aspect of it is great. I've worked by myself for many years. I've not had a tremendous amount of friends because of the working environment, working by myself. But now I have many friends that I'd call real friends, not just acquaintances. It's been good. Now our relationship with Malaysia, we also played with a team called The Legends from Singapore. We've signed memorandums of affiliation, memorandums of understanding, and going forward, we're going to have the ability to have players from Malaysia play with our teams. We can play with the Malaysian teams. Yeah, as I said, just the mental health side of things, the physical health is always beneficial. Unfortunately, one of my downfalls is I like chocolate, so that I cannot give up, regardless of playing football or not. But yeah, like I said, it's hard to, I suppose for myself personally, it's hard to explain really how wonderful this has been. You can see the photo behind me. That was 30 like-minded players that never thought they would have an opportunity to play an international game arriving in Malaysia. Our hosts there were absolutely brilliant. We could have not wanted a better beginning to an international game. And it's also given just the everyday, ordinary player the opportunity now to call ourselves international football players. Yes, it's walking football, but we are international players, and it's brilliant. I did most of the organising for the Australian side going over there, and I've had so many pats on the back and people telling me, yeah, thanks for the opportunity to join in. But it's all of their efforts as well. Oh, sorry. But yeah, like I said, it's been great. Like I said, everybody I know throughout Australia. Perth, like I said, is only a small city. There's just over 2 million people out of the 26 million people in Australia. So we've got a very small percentage of the amount of players. but yeah, we actively involve with as often as we possibly can with those in the eastern states, normally running 2 or 3 competitions per year. We also run local competitions. We've got about 23, 24 local teams at the moment, but so for 2 million people, that's not a bad amount of teams. Again, very diverse. We have men's only teams, ladies only teams. Our oldest active player is 74 this year. So it's great, and he's like a little Jack Russell Terrier. He goes a million miles an hour. To keep up with him, I'm going to have to get an electric go-kart, I think. But like I said, just the opportunity that I feel walking football has given people around the world to continue in the game that they love, to meet new people. It's been brilliant. And to have a congress like this, where we can hear people's different stories on how they've begun, what's happened so far, what they're looking towards in the future. Thank you very much.